Hey guys, welcome to the Small Member Squad podcast. I'm your host, Egg Platinum. We also have co-host Young Lef.
Oh, what's up, pussies? It's Paul.
And if any of you have been in Zach's streams, you've probably at some point at least seen the emotes that are named after him. OYL.
Yeah, true.
What's going on, guys?
This is definitely who we wanted on this week. Not last minute.
Literally,
It's
we were
funny.
we were ready to hit the record button, and it's actually like, wait, I might have someone.
Hang on a second.
I was
And
trying to
here
end
we
my
are.
stream, so it worked out.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
Uh,
So, in case you guys don't know, how I know Adam here, little background. I played Smash competitively. I still kind of do. Maybe I'll get back into it after quarantine and shit, but we'll see. And I met him through that. And
Smash 64.
yeah, Smash 64 in particular. We just grinded a fuck ton. And it's always a good time. Especially one of the first times I had ever met Adam, where he got so drunk that he wanted to watch a Melee set with another dude, like on the futon.
No. All right. it was like 3 a.m. That's the added part. Like everyone's trying to go to bed, and I'm like, "Yo, you gotta watch this Melee set."
Imagine just being fucked up. Some dude comes up to you, dude, you gotta watch this set, bro.
Annoyed because the other person is more fucked up and won't leave you alone.
Yeah. Oh. One of my favorite fucking stories.
All right.
No cap.
So, to shine a little light, I'm gonna tell what I know of Oil. Oil goes to Smash events, gets fucked up, and donates a lot of subs to Zach on his Twitch channel, and that's about all I know.
Yeah,
And then his
sounds about
roommate
right.
and his roommate.
True. His roommate.
Who is a mod, by the way?
Yeah.
Is a mod.
Yeah, he's a mod on my channel, which is funny. He hasn't showed up in like a couple of months. I don't really give a fuck. So.
Not
why?
me,
Why did
my
he get
roommate.
one?
You just asked.
All right. Okay. So Adam also here has a Twitch channel, and as with all of our other guests, all of this stuff will be down below.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, you guys should definitely check that out. Especially when he plays Pokemon Stadium 2.
No, 1-1-1.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I'm trying to fully beat Pokemon Stadium 1. Both the original, not the original, but like you pass through it and then you go to R2, and I'm only using rentals, and it's not easy. I spent like 20 hours on R2 Elite 4. I'm losing my mind.
That game's ridiculously hard. Yeah. Mostly just Forster. That man's the only person crazy enough to speedrun Pokemon games.
Yeah, there's a lot of RNG, I feel like, and God, it's gotta be frustrating.
For sure.
I cannot imagine.
Did you guys see the playthrough of someone who never took a hit of damage?
In Pokemon Stadium?
No, not Stadium. And one of I can't remember which one it was, but it was some Pokemon. It might have been like Sapphire. No.
I feel like that's so
I think it was Fire Red.
Just because at the beginning battle a trainer where you need to use tackle like 7 times. So maybe he uses tail whip.
No, he tried that. He literally calculated, because the way that he did it, he had to calculate the probability of any possible thing happening.
Yeah.
And if he miscalculated, he was fucked.
Boy, does that sound like a fun run.
I think he got like, because like at first he'd do it where if he took a hit of damage, he would completely restart. but that got to be a bit ridiculous. So he said every gym was a checkpoint, basically.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Heck yeah.
splits.
Dude, you know what's
That's-
crazy?
that's
Actually,
nuts.
speaking of runs,
Yeah, right.
speaking of
That's right.
runs that have actually, this is pretty recent. This is some pretty hot topic news. I don't know if you guys have ever played Ninja Gaiden on the NES. It's regarded as one of the hardest games of all time. It's pretty fun. I enjoy those games, but they are really fucked. There was always the idea of like a no damage run in that fucking game, but at the
Oh.
final boss, you would have to take a mandatory hit because I mean, you could, I guess, destroy the head, but it was like almost impossible for a human to do it unless you mashed super hard, which someone did.
I remember seeing. I was scrolling through like my Google News articles once, and it was like, "Person beat Ninja Gaiden without taking any hits." I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, because
There
I
was
didn't
runs
know the game.
yeah. There was runs that had happened before where like they had gotten technically a no damage run, but they had gotten like hit by the final boss. But this was like the first true one, and that shit was cool as fuck. But also pretty cool is to do the whole Souls games where you fucking don't get hit through all those, which people have done for some reason. That just
Yeah.
sounds awful.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eggplat. I see, or egg. It's egg platinum. That's right.
yeah, Egg Platinum.
I see a little beverage over there. What's going on with that?
Oh, this one?
Yes.
This nice can of Raise Energy.
It
where
looks like it has a little.
If you
pedestal.
go, if it, well, that's because it sort of does. Because it's our sponsor. You can use code small member for 15% off at checkout.
Hey, also, you know what's kind of crazy? I also have a Raise Energy next to me, bro.
Holy shit! Wait, what flavor you got? Is that
the
voodoo?
one? Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good
That's
one.
a good one, dude.
I bought a pack of 12, and it's taken me so long to get through these. So like I don't really drink too much other than water most of the week.
Except podcast time.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
podcast
podcast
equals
is-
special times.
Honestly, though,
Gaming Saturday.
and honestly, I think this drink right here is not this specific one, but Raise Energy is gonna really help me get through my college.
Yeah.
Honestly, true. Honestly, Raise Energy is just a great product, and you guys should go fucking check them out and use code SMALLMEMBER for 15% off. Also, we had a
50.
15. Jesus, 50.
1
Whoa.
5.
I
One
said
5.
50%. Like,
You
why
get
don't I
half
log
off.
on right now?
What is that coming out of our fucking pocket? God damn. We don't make shit
you get
up
15% off. You get 15% off from the code, but then the other
We
35%
reimburse
is from our pocket. Yeah.
Yeah, we reimburse it to you.
Disclaimer:
So-
that's not true. We will
Yeah,
not reimburse you.
Actually, you know what that reminds me of? So I've been fucking bored recently and watching a lot of Nathan For You. I don't know if you guys have ever watched Nathan
Yeah,
For
it's a
You,
funny show.
but that show's fucking great. And there was an episode where he was like helping a gas station, and they were selling gas for like super cheap, but after rebate and shit. And the way you had to fucking fill out the rebate form was you had to fucking go drive all the way out to a fucking mountain to go get the fucking money back on your gas and shit.
You waste all your gas getting up there and going
Hey,
back.
I'm like, dude, that's such a fucking big brain move, man. I love that show.
So, like, remember when the gas prices a few years ago just dropped? Like, it was less than $2 a gallon.
Mm-hmm.
At where I work, it's like attached to like a gas station, and I saw I think like 3 different people roll up with like a 50-gallon drum and fill up the 50-gallon drum and drive off.
That's like
After
for
paying,
boats and
obviously.
shit. I assume that's for
Or-
their boats and stuff.
Yeah, I mean they were all in trucks.
No, I was just gonna drink it.
Yeah,
I
right.
just enjoy drinking some nice gasoline, brother.
Let's go gasoline.
Yeah, brother.
Oh, though, so some comments from the last episode where we had the drinking game episode.
Oh god.
Real Certs commented with a timestamp of 5 minutes and 37 seconds. Why is Tanner's dog punching him? That's just what Chloe do though.
Yeah, Chloe, when she doesn't get attention, punches you for attention.
My dog, he'll come up and he'll like nudge your arm. He's like, pet me, please." And then you just go lay down, and then he goes and lays down on the bed. That's where he's at right now. He's just chilling on my bed.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
All right. And Real Certs also commented, "I hate vodka. I had it the other night and it freaking sucked. It smells like rubbing alcohol."
Look, I'm gonna be honest, man. You had some cheap ass vodka.
Is that Keanu's machine gun vodka? Right?
Oh no.
What?
Oh,
No.
okay. So, funny story about Key. We'll get him on the podcast next week, hopefully, as long as he's feeling up to it.
And the same night we binged this vodka was the you want to watch Melee
That's
right
true.
now at 3 a.m.
That's true. That was the same night.
Hell yeah, let's go vodka.
He had this fucking like machine gun vodka.
It was a bottle.
Yeah,
Shaped like a machine gun.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I was so confused. Like, I was
Yeah.
like, "What is a machine gun vodka? Is that the brand? Is it like?"
No.
It's
Dude.
like
It's like a fucking bottle shaped like a machine gun filled with vodka. It's the worst shit ever. Like no label on it. Or
You would think it's really expensive, like I mean, expensive is relative, but like
Yeah.
you think it's like $70 or $80, and it's like 16.
Yeah, dude.
It tastes awful.
Like,
So like a bottle that looks that cool and then it tastes terrible. It's like, dude.
it's like the one that's in the skull, the glass
the
skeleton.
skull
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about.
the skull vodka's not bad. It's not terrible.
Right. What I'm trying to say is
No, I mean like you see it and you're like, that looks really
Oh, yeah.
fancy.
right. That's what I'm saying about the
Yeah.
machine gun one, and then it's just terrible.
Yeah.
And it's pricey as hell too. So it's like, what's going on here?
Well, at least when you're done drinking the alcohol, you can, use it as a nice glass.
Yeah, right. And that's
Dude.
the thing about this. That's the thing about the skull vodka is like, I mean, it's not incredible, right? But you're paying a lot of money because the bottle's cool, and then the machine gun is like you're not paying anything, and the bottle's cool. So it's like, I'm concerned I'm gonna be sick after drinking it.
It's true. Funny story about that vodka. As long as I had known Key, that had like sat on top of his fridge for like years after that. Like after that night, I don't think anyone had ever touched that again.
Well, the alcohol is all gone, right?
No, I think there was still
No?
some left.
There's a little bit left.
Yeah, because look,
I was like, empty bottle memento, yeah.
no
or
one needs to
memento.
drink that shit because it's not good.
Yeah, that was in 2015. I think 2015 around then.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's gone now, or at least I haven't seen it.
probably, dude.
You know better than me.
It was there for a while after though, like from what I remember, which is kind of funny. Like,
Yeah.
but we got any more comments, pussy?
Yeah, we got one more. Real Certs again says, "Damn, Austin on cocaine after he heard the sponsorship." In reference to when I sprinted back on screen, kneeled down, and took a
I
nice
don't know why you
big
did
old
that.
drink.
We were gonna. I literally was gonna go get a
content.
fucking bottle of like my Raise Energy, and then you do that, and I'm like, damn. I guess I'll just stay here then.
Well, sprinting back on the screen and just chugging it, that makes for some good content.
True.
I'm
That's why I'm
all
excited
about
to go to-
content.
Dude, that's why I'm excited for Pound Town.
Hell yeah.
What's Pound?
Also, Pound Town is just that. It's Pound Town.
Yeah, it's a
Is this
town in
like a
Wisconsin.
Jigglypuff festival?
No, it's a
It's
town in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
That's like 2
It's like-
hours away from us.
It's
And
like
we're gonna
2.5 hours, I think.
Yeah. and we're gonna drive to it. And it's just
What is this? Tell me what this is. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So there's this town in Wisconsin called Pound Town.
It's literally Pound Town, Wisconsin.
And
So it's called Pound.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
Pound and it's a town, so it's
Okay,
Pound
okay,
Town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like what?
And
Okay.
so we're gonna go there and just film some content.
You guys gonna live stream it, or are you just gonna put it on as like an addition for the podcast?
In addition, but I
Wait.
want to live stream it because there's an idea
You
that
wanna
I
live stream
had. Yeah, because we'll probably be doing that during the summer. Awesome. That's
Oh,
we
yeah,
can
for
bike
sure.
around Pound Town. We do a biking stream.
We
around
bike
Pound
around
Town.
Pound Town,
Yeah,
yes.
dude. Okay, cool.
Dude,
Are there
actually,
any really
serious
cool-
talk though. Hold on.
Are there any cool sites like Norwegian?
No, it's literally just some shit small
All right,
town.
okay, hold on. Let me give you a nice old description of
It's
Pound
like a
Town,
shithole.
Wisconsin. Okay, so
Like a Norwegian
for-
historian museum or some shit.
all right, so we zoom into the point that we can start seeing landmarks. We have Dairyland Electrical Industries,
Yeah.
Can't
KS
wait for that one.
Construction,
The big employer for the
Edward Gellinger Memorial Park. I butchered that man's last name. I apologize.
It's already dead, dude. It's fine.
That kind of makes it worse.
You guys,
Oh.
you guys
Um,
gotta bring a setup to a park and just play some games. there, dude.
Yes,
And
I
money
have.
match
I
the
have.
12-year-olds.
No, I have like a set. It's like sort of like having a bunch of PVC pipes you stick together, and it has like
Okay.
it's like a 3-in-1 game. So it has like beanbag and ladder golf
Oh,
and,
sick.
and
Okay.
something else. Horse. No, not horse. Rings, like the metal rings,
Yeah.
Yeah,
washers.
yeah.
That'd be cool.
So could bring that.
That'd be
Yeah,
sick.
you should bring that and then get like a
was gonna
rotisserie
say-
chicken from the century, and then have like
Anyone wants a free chicken?
try and rent out like the little pavilion at the park.
If they have one.
We gotta fucking also get some free milk for the kids, dude.
Yeah,
wait.
there you go. There you go.
Hold on, let me see if I can drop in to see what this park looks like. 'Cause with Google Maps.
Oh, you know,
Street
there's
View.
a pavilion. You guys are
there's
just dominating.
there's a random ass blue garage in the middle of nowhere. No, okay, so you have the park, and then off to the side. So if the park's here, it's like off to the side over here. There's just a blue garage, is what it looks like. No house
Nice.
anywhere nearby, just a garage.
That's
Hey,
the
let's see what we got
pavilion,
in the
Austin.
No, we
That's
actually
it.
okay. So we have actually it doesn't look too bad.
The goal is to break in there.
Wait. So like at like baseball diamonds, how they have the bleachers, the metal bleachers.
Yeah.
Do they just have a set of bleachers watching nothing?
It looks
It's an
like they have
open
a set
field.
of bleachers underneath the pavilion. They have two of them facing towards the other side
Wait,
of the
well, they might.
pavilion.
You can see when the picture was taken. When was the picture taken? Because it might be
Um,
removed from like a baseball field because it's like supposed to be winter.
2008.
Does it say a month? Does it say a month?
September.
Okay, all right. Well, baseball season's over, bro.
True.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
there's a baseball diamond, but you can see the two bleachers are still over there.
Oh, no.
Oh wait,
They just have an
there's
extra set of bleachers.
they have
Pound
a they have a basketball hoop that's in the parking lot.
Pound Town is so not important that they haven't taken a photo for Google Maps. since 08.
Yeah, god damn.
And they have a little children's park. It looks like. Wait, let me see if I can walk down this street a little bit.
But yeah, the idea is to like.
Oh, they
just
have a
fuck around.
merry-go-round.
Hell yeah.
Is this north or
And-
south?
It's north.
North.
Okay. Okay.
All right, let me get back to back to the overhead view so I can continue my explanation. Wait, how
Damn,
do
you
I
guys would
actually
almost beat
exit
him.
street view?
You guys would almost be to Minneapolis then, huh?
Yeah, we could essentially go to a better fucking town. We could do that. We could.
But we could say that we've been to Pound Town.
That's true.
Literally.
There you go.
We gotta stay there too, just like at that one
Yeah.
hotel.
Yeah,
Which
okay,
is
so
dog
let's see what else
shit.
they got. They got
There is no video
cottage
of me,
bar
correct?
and grill. What?
Oh, nice.
There is no video of me in the podcast, right?
No.
No.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we can see your little Discord icon. That's just the default.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so cottage bar and grill. So get drunk at a bar.
Yeah,
We got
there you go.
Hillside North Church, which is currently closed. Opens at 10 a.m.
Can't wait to go there, bro. After we hit the bar, we go to fucking church.
And we got Zulkli Carts Financial Group.
Fuck yeah.
We got United States Postal Service.
Woo!
Don't go on
We got-
So we can't go on Sunday, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, half the town would be closed.
Sunday.
Oh my god, dude. No one will understand that unless you lived in a fucking small ass town like that. Like me and Austin both have, and
Me too.
it fucking sucks, man. That shit's so
There's
crazy.
nothing there. Okay, so and then we got Goosix Ace Hardware. Oh yeah, we got a hardware
That
store.
hardware store,
Okay,
bro.
let's see if we can see anything else if we zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so I zoom in a little bit more, and I also got the Pound Village Hall.
The Pound Village Hall. That's a fucking great name. That's
Dude,
fucking-
imagine if that's where you lose your virginity.
I went to Pound Town at the Pound Village Hall.
I lost my virginity in the Pound Village Hall.
That just sounds like some disgusting way you could describe a vagina. Pound Village Hall. That's so gross.
The skank
Fuck,
that
man.
literally sleeps with everyone in town.
Pound Village Hall. Fuck.
Oh, that's rough. I'm sorry.
I apologize to the poor that also to try to get dude, we have to get Austin played in fucking Pound Town.
they have a population of
Yeah.
1367.
Look,
There's
dude.
not a huge selection
Yeah.
there.
You guys got to for the podcast. You have to make a Pound Town 100% checklist.
We geocache the whole town.
Geocache would be sick too.
Yeah. No, who the fuck's gonna go out there
It's
for
like beat a local in 1-on-1 at the park. Pavilion.
Yep. You have to
You
fucking
1v1
go
him in basketball.
Yes, that's what I'm
At the
talking
park.
about. In the parking lot.
Yo, we gotta do this now. We gotta get
There's
the
just a car
geocaching.
underneath the hoop, but you have to do it to try and get the record. So
Yeah.
every single time a ball's landing on the hood.
Oh my god. I like the idea that like we're fucking gonna do this, but the
Yeah.
idea that there's no way we're gonna be sober when we do this.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
well, that's
No.
you're gonna
Well,
have to get
okay,
some
so here's the
cheap-ass,
thing.
like motel.
Yeah, no, here's the thing, is we get just a super cheap motel because I'm sure there's one there yet. I haven't seen one, but like the town is small enough we can literally walk anywhere, and it's probably another one that it's so small that there's no cops anywhere in the town itself.
Yeah, for sure.
True. That's what I'm
Everyone's
saying.
gonna be looking at you weird.
Yeah.
No hotel, no
Is it-
motel. The only thing's gonna be an Airbnb room with a twin size bed.
Okay. You know, I've done that before with 3 people.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't
Is that
surprise
harder
me.
or easier than my like chair couch that I slept in at Gilroy?
Uh, it was worse because it was a fucking it was like it was like a love seat designed for one person, and I had to sleep on that. So my back was all like fucking like I was
Just got
like a goddamn
fucked.
pretzel, just fucking like
Who are
this.
you sleeping with?
I was sleeping. Well, I was on the chair because the other dudes. Look, I don't really care because I had gotten the bed the rest of the weekend while we were down at the con. So I was like, you know what? One night I'll sleep in this. Sure.
One miserable night.
It was the worst fucking sleep I'd gotten all weekend. Like,
Dude,
Honestly, okay. If that situation were to me, I would honestly just sleep on the floor.
it was. See, I would have Austin. Hear me out. It was a wooded floor, and that bitch was
Oh,
cold
no.
as ice
and
cold.
Left didn't bring a sleeping bag.
No, fuck
No,
You didn't
why
bring
would you?
anything.
No.
He didn't even bring a backpack for his stuff. So he had nothing.
He literally
You know what
doesn't
that-
bring an extra set of clothes, nothing. He just shows up.
No,
Okay, guys, I got my phone and my charger. Let's go.
Bruh. What do
And
you
my
guys
wallet.
think I am? Some shit that doesn't fucking change. Look,
I know.
But like, look, that funny enough, after that event, I actually didn't have enough room for all the shit that I had bought. Because I had bought my body pillow at that event and then a bunch of figures and stuff. And you know what's funny? Is after that con there was a Madison tournament going on that day we were coming back. And we were driving through Madison anyway to go back to where we were. And I was like, dude, I might just end up getting dropped off in Madison so I can go to this fucking tourney. I'm like, I messaged Key or whatever. I'm like, yo, you going to this event? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, sick, dude. I'll fucking meet you there. And he's like, what the fuck does that mean? I'm like, don't worry about it, man.
Don't worry about it.
He always does this shit where like there's some local like little arcades or like used video game stores in Milwaukee that I'll see on Facebook are having a Smash 64 tournament, and I'll mark as going and I'll register. And then I'll be talking to Keanu and I'm like, God damn it, I can't go to this tournament because I got this going on. He's like, sick, now I'm gonna go. And
All right, because you
Scoop
can't,
some money,
I will.
Dude, I love Key because he has that he's on that grind, bro.
He won't mark he's going until like the day before, so
Mhm.
no one else sees he's going and they see the tournament.
You know what's funny is he won't even tell me about those events.
Yeah,
And I'm like, what's he worried about? I'm not gonna fucking. Who's he fucking worried about?
Same with me. Actually, I kind of like Keanu's way better than me, but I kind of hard counter him a little bit. I feel like because I actually win games off him.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
super weird.
he's good.
He's really
I could beat him.
Okay.
good.
Well, look, Austin, we'll have to get you to meet him because out of everybody else from the friend group, you're the only one that hasn't. Ian and Tanner have both met him. And
Wait,
Ian was
are we talking about Key?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I honestly I don't know why we haven't yet. He literally lives on the other side of
He
your
was supposed to
town.
be on stream today. I mean, the podcast, right?
He's
Yeah.
he's very antisocial when it comes to new people. So like
Asocial.
yeah, I guess because like with me, he didn't actually. With me, he invited me over right away. But like, that's because we met at a con and shit. Other people, it takes him a while. But he really likes Tanner and everybody else, so I don't see why he wouldn't fuck
Yeah.
with you.
Can I ask?
we play a game of Smash and I just get lucky somehow and beat him and he just hates me forever for it.
Luck is not good to be on your side.
Yeah, it won't matter.
No.
Yeah.
Luck can only do so much. Yeah.
So the first thing is, as far as the agenda, do you guys have any topics that you want to talk about?
Austin had something he wanted. He said he came into my chat heated. He had a topic.
I am pissed.
Okay,
all right.
But before you bring this up,
okay.
My other question for you is, if you guys were to do a gaming decathlon, so 10 different games, different like styles, like for instance, like a platformer, a
Mhm.
fighter, who do you think would win out of you two?
Me.
Oh, Zach.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't play games competitively, really. I play them to have fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
Austin's more of the casual type gamer where like I've literally done it for years, like hopping between FPSs and fighting
Yeah,
games.
yeah, yeah.
And I love playing platformers. I play a couple on stream, like
Oh, I am
besides the
terrible
Shadow
at
and
platformers.
Well, what Egg Platinum, what's your favorite style of game?
Survival.
Survival?
I
What is that, like
yeah, I really
PUBG
fuck with.
or
No,
Dead
no, no, no.
Rising?
I mean,
Oh,
I'm talking like Minecraft, Ark, that
Oh,
kind of
okay,
stuff.
okay. Okay, so like Skyrim
Yeah,
and stuff like that too.
yeah, Skyrim. I played a little bit. I never got too far into Skyrim really,
Okay,
but yeah, those types of games.
gotcha. Well, those
And
aren't like competing games.
Adam, you want to do a
yeah.
video game decathlon on stream?
I would actually enjoy doing that.
All right, we should figure
Oh,
out a
I have
date.
an idea for that. I have an idea for you guys for that. So you guys set it up so people can. It's like a separate donation link where it like goes into a money pool, and whoever wins gets the money.
We could
That
do
would
that.
be dope.
We
We
could
would
set
have to
that
do
up.
it. We would have to do it together, and we would have to do. I feel like older games makes the most sense
Yeah.
because if we did it together, we could download the ROMs and shit.
No, I'm down. I'm 100% down. We can talk about this after the podcast and get this
Shrek
situated.
Super Slam.
Shrek.
Who's trying to net play Shrek Super Slam?
Dude,
I
Meerkat
have it
came into my
downloaded.
stream today. He came in my stream today, and what I had a 5-sub money match against Fight J Fight. I beat him, and he says it looks like OYL doesn't know how to play the Marth matchup, and Fight J Fight doesn't understand how to play this game at all. And then he says you should play a real game like Shrek Super Slam. And then he challenges me, and I dust his ass on stream, dude.
Wait,
Meerkat
on
hasn't
Shrek Super
played
Slam?
Smash. No, not Shrek Super Slam.
In Melee,
Okay.
yeah.
I was like, you guys got it set up right there, and it's like, okay, we have it.
He's
We
ranked in the
you just
world.
both have it on the ready.
Zach's ranked in the world. His ranking's better than Smash 64.
Hey, I'm also on that top 100. Let me
Shrek or 64.
in Shrek Super Slam.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
That's not
participated
fair.
in one of the majors of a Shrek Super Slam tourney. That was also apparently a part of a fucking Smash 64 monthly tournament.
Hell yeah.
It's very funny and a lot of fun. That I love that tournament series because it's
Did you
like out of.
play-
Oh yeah,
Can I ask, who'd you play as? Gingerbread?
yeah. I played Gingy.
Of course you did.
I'm a Gingy
Dude,
man.
it's been so long since I've played that game. I don't even remember.
I vote one of the games we play for the decathlon is some type of mode in Burger King Sneak King.
Okay, buddy. I'm down.
Oh,
We can do it.
did you guys fuck, what were I completely forgot what we were talking about.
Burger King
The question
Sneak King.
before is what topics you wanted to discuss on the podcast.
Okay, no, the Shrek stuff. Do you guys remember?
Yes.
Did you guys play the old like story mode Shrek games?
Fuck no.
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 I have not.
I did. I love those games. They were so fun when I was younger. I don't
Austin's
know. I
like,
don't think they
Way
would
better
still
than
be.
the movie. Way better than the movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, you had a fucking heated debate you wanted to, or some
All
shit
right.
you wanted to.
So we have a. So my classes started back up, and recording this on Saturday. Tomorrow, I had 5 assignments that I had to turn in, of which I've
Jesus.
turned in 2 so far. So I have 3 that I have to do, like either at work tomorrow or between me getting off of work and midnight. And then Monday I have something due, and Wednesday we have a group project that is due. So I get a message tonight from one of my group members. He's like, "Hey, I don't know if you're busy or whatever, but we have a meeting scheduled tomorrow at 2:30." I'm like, I can't make that time. Sorry, I have to work.
I'm
And
at
I'm by
work.
myself, so I can't even step out. So
Mhm.
I was like, sorry, I can't do that, Chief. And I was gonna go back to, because I haven't, like, they were like, oh, well, that kind of sucks because we don't want to do anything after 5 because of the Super Bowl.
Oh my god, that's so cringe, bro. So cringe.
So all of my group members, in my opinion, are a bunch of freaking meatheads. It's
Yeah,
like,
all your
I'm gonna stop everything that I'm doing to watch this football game.
yeah, sports, baby.
Well, not only that, but how long is the project going to take? Like an hour and a half?
Yeah, I think it's only gonna take like an hour, like
Yeah.
what we have to talk to each other. I have the requirements up on another window because I was literally going over it right before we started the podcast. I was reading through the messages between them. Um, so like I was reading through that, but they're like I have to message them back and be like, "Hey, can you guys can do the meeting without me and just record it and send me the meeting and have me go over it." But I'm not sure if that would work or not. If it's like I have to also be engaged in the conversation, which would cause a huge problem because everyone's schedules are completely different.
Don't you love group projects now, especially with COVID and shit? Oh yeah, go on,
No,
Oil.
so here's the thing. They say, "Hey, yeah, you have to communicate within your group members because that's what you do in your career."
Mhm.
My counter argument to that is that it makes no sense to do that because we are not in a career where we are going to be within the same vicinity for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Makes
True.
absolutely no sense.
Well,
On
not only
top of
that, but
this,
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
the window for the assignment is 7 days. So
Oof.
between last Wednesday and this Wednesday, we had to coordinate between our group and turn it in. And you can't read the instructions before it opens. It just says locked assignment. It opens at this date. And then you read over all the requirements and you have to try to schedule with your group members.
It's locked because there's like certain I assume like numbers or I don't know what your major is, but I'm
Like
assuming it's like
they
specific.
so it's literally set up this way just so that someone can't go through and complete the whole course within a week.
Oh, yeah,
Because
okay.
I've done that before where I just sat down and did all of the coursework ahead of the entire class and just turned out everything early, and I was done with the class in like a month. And this was in high school.
Yeah,
So then for the rest of the season, for the rest of the semester, I literally just I watched Supernatural.
right.
I
Which is
watched
sick
all the
in
way
high school
from
because it's like
True.
I
I
watched
did that
all the
shit
way
in high
from
school as
season
well.
1 up to where it currently was at the time, which was like season 6 or something, like season
true.
7.
There's no
Oh,
way it was that early. That show's been on for fucking ever.
It's
yeah,
got
it
like
just
11
ended.
seasons, right?
It
Yeah.
was just
It,
what was on Netflix at the time, though.
okay. Because like, yeah, I guess that would make sense. But yeah, I just watched anime. I finished Fist of the North Star, which is a 400 like part anime.
I've never even heard of that.
It's an old
Oh yeah.
90s one. That's where my sub alert comes from, funny enough.
Oh, okay.
Oh
I
yeah.
always thought
Okay,
that
so
was I thought that was Hercule from Dragon Ball.
Hercule fucking exploding another man's head. Damn.
I don't
it
pay
made
attention
it
that
made me
much.
think of Dragon Ball as well, not gonna lie.
I
I
mean,
thought it was Hercule.
same time period. It's
Same
just,
Um
style.
yeah. Fist of the North Star, sick.
so it
Everybody should
was
watch it.
something.
Um,
Gosh, I'm forgetting things again. It
can
was something
can I
that
ask
Zach
you?
said.
Yeah, go
Oh,
on,
I
Oil.
remembered.
Oh.
So another funny thing about Zach and watching all of the anime like in the class is that he didn't do the work for the class, and we recorded a video where like we had to go around and get teachers' comments on why they like our high school, and
Oh.
we went up to this teacher, and and Zach's in my group, and she calls him out, not by name, but she like says the
Yeah.
statement.
I want to say Austin was like the person like doing like the interview or whatever. I was the in the group that was there, so I was the dude filming like with the camera and shit. And so she's not even looking at the fucking camera; she's looking dead at me in the fucking eyes.
Yeah,
And
she's
saying
staring
this shit.
his ass down and says, "And I really appreciate it when my students turn in their work on time." Just staring Zach dead in the eye, and I'm just sort of sitting here in the chair like, "Yep, I don't know what to look at. She's not looking at me." And we had to put it in because we didn't get enough clips. We
Yeah.
always waited till last minute.
I love that teacher because like I had her for 2 classes and she knew I wasn't gonna do anything in either of the classes. Like I'd fucking walk into class, I'm like, "What's up?"
And she didn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a stats teacher like that, and
Hell
it was
yeah.
like he understood that. All right, I mean, you're gonna go to college or you're gonna do whatever. It doesn't matter. Just submit this by the end of the semester. I don't care.
I don't care. Submit it.
Mhm.
All right. Another thing about that teacher is that like she came into my store like a couple months ago, and she remembered me. Like my coworker was helping her because I was doing a phone repair, and like I was just minding my own business doing the repair. You know, I occasionally glanced over and smiled underneath my mask, and she, you know, whatever. And then like before she was walking out, she's like, "Austin, where did I have you?" I was like, "Web design, app design, and programming." She's like, "Ah, yes, I remember you."
Yeah.
It was like,
Was
"You're the
it-
one
this
that
was in
watched
college?
Supernatural."
No, this is high school.
This
you
was
guys
high
had
school.
classes like that in high school?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
they don't have it
Yeah.
anymore because the teacher retired.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah, I loved like I took like coding classes in high school and shit.
that's sick as
That
hell.
shit was Pog.
Yeah, I took Visual Basic, uh, Blue Jay, Calico, Python,
That's
and then
insane.
I had like a game design class where it wasn't so much the actual like line of code. It was like uh, drag and drop checkbox type programming, if you know what I'm talking about.
I do not, but I mean,
It's
Okay.
it's I had that class, but I took it my freshman year, back when
Is
the
it like-
best teacher was
Yeah.
teaching it.
is it like designing a game with Wix? Like
Essentially, kind of.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like
It's
that.
like if you've ever done anything with like Scratch, it's kind of like that.
I don't know what that is. So it's
It's-
like Mario.
Yeah.
It's like Mario Maker.
Yeah, essentially, you take like a bunch of code, like, and just drag and drop and fucking have
Okay.
shit
All right, so
react
it's more
off of.
complicated than Mario Maker, but
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
do
so,
some
like-
pretty nuts shit with it.
So like you can have like a ball and a wall, and you can check a box that'll say if this will collide with that or if it'll just go straight through it when it's moving.
oh, that's cool. Okay.
Mhm.
Or like you check a box to say if the ball is moving, and then a bunch of sliders pop up to say how fast and what direction is it moving.
Man, fuck shop class. I would have loved that.
You know what I really freaking missed though, that or that we missed because they got it right after we graduated. I found out from my brothers. They have 3D printers now.
Oh, really?
We had 3D printers at the school.
did we?
Yeah, they. How the fuck did you not notice that they
You
were
could
introduced
literally
to class
download the code and print.
when we had?
I never got to use it. I don't know why. Like because I didn't have a class or something.
We didn't. There
they didn't
wasn't. There
let me
wasn't
use
a
it.
class for it. It was really just like kind of like a thing that we fucking had but never used. I don't know why our school
That
spent money on it, but we had them.
dude, I really wish I had a 3D printer.
Yeah,
Like, I
sure.
really wish, because like I would be able to do so many cool projects if I had one. Like, I
Oh,
want to
yeah.
make shit, but I
Understandable.
can't.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Just buy a 3D printer.
they're like, I don't know where I would put it, and like I don't know how pissed my mom would get. She's like, "Why are you buying a 3D printer? You don't need one."
Dude, honestly, like libraries should have one. The same way you can fax stuff from
Sure.
a library.
Yeah, that would be wonderful, and it would bring, I think, a few people into the library.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Really?
Or
they
like-
rent DVDs at the library. Like, like they could
When's
have.
the last time you guys have watched a DVD?
I actually just bought The Graduate on DVD from the Family Video in my city that's closing. I love that.
The
Dude,
family
I
video
love-
that's closing. What
Whenever
does
I-
that say about how many DVDs people watch?
Shoot. Oh wait, can I tell a story about this real quick?
Yeah. go
Yeah.
ahead.
So I live in Waukesha, and there's a Family Video. It's attached to this pizzeria, and when you order a pizza for delivery, you get the option to get like a $1 movie for free rental.
That's Pog.
So that's how I think they managed to stay in business this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I could be wrong. But they're closing now. And I saw this post on Facebook, like, we're selling everything, including like the cutouts, all this shit. And I didn't see it for a week, so everything that was
Yeah.
cool was bought.
Already taken, yeah.
But
Oh, damn.
so I'm looking through all the Switch games were bought. I'm looking through the PS4 because I recently got a PS4. I'm looking through those games and then the movies and all this stuff. And I get in line. There's someone in front of me. It's like a 30-year-old guy and his kid, and the dad is just like talking to this associate, which I'm pretty sure she either owns it or she is like the main person there, because I've actually been there a couple times and she's always there, and it seems like she runs the whole thing. So the dad's in line and he's paying for stuff, and he's just pretty much saying this is bullshit and he can't afford to play video games anymore because it's so expensive, and now his kid's not going to be able to play. He's not going to be able to ever watch movies. And the woman's just like, yep, I know. Yep. And
Yep,
it's like,
that's my
dude,
problem. I can do
she's
something
fucking
about
losing
that.
her job, and if she owns it, she's losing her business. And you're complaining about not being able to rent a video game.
I'm not gonna be able
You
to
can
play
clearly
video
tell
games.
she's like not happy, and he just keeps going.
Do
He
you guys
just keeps
remember?
going for like 2 minutes? And then
You guys
I get
remember
mad,
on the
I'm just like, I
Xbox
wanna get out here.
360?
What's
You could
that?
you could digitally rent games on the Xbox 360 back in the day.
Is that true?
Yeah, I remember it for like Battlefield, like one of the Battlefield games. I rented it accidentally for a week.
It wasn't like an Xbox Pass.
No,
No,
they didn't have
no, I already had. No, they didn't have that back then.
Okay.
And like I already
Well,
had
that's what they do
gold.
now. It's different, right? Like you pay. It's like GameFly, but digital for older games, right?
Yeah,
No.
kind
Sort
Okay.
of.
Okay. So you
Oh,
Sort
rented
of.
it.
If you're talking about like, are you talking about like Game Pass?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pay a subscription, you have access to download as many games as you want.
It's like
For-
Stadia.
You know, as long as you have the
Okay,
subscription.
Austin knows a
No.
lot about Stadia.
Yeah, I got one for free, and I immediately canceled my subscription because of
How
the
does that
selection of
work
games
with
of
not
garbage.
extremely without fiber internet? Is it awful?
It's actually not that bad. It's not that bad. You can't really play in 4K, and occasionally, like I'd say once every like half an hour, you'd get a little stutter, a little bit of input
Okay.
lag, but that's it.
Okay. That's cool.
But they
That
have a
did not
terrible
take
selection
long.
of games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
their
well-
game's like awful.
Like
Oh
the
my-
only,
I-
I think
I've
I
never
only
looked at it,
downloaded
though.
like 3 games out of the entire library selection. It was like Dead by Daylight, Destiny 2, and I
Which,
don't even remember what the last one was because I deleted
which all
it
those games are
immediately.
cheap as hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what game I think would be wonderful if it had, I would love it if it had Rocket League.
True.
Like I would actually play that a lot. Like just after I get off my PC, just go and sit back in my recliner and play some Rocket League.
Heck yeah.
Or I think it also, I think it might have. No, it doesn't have Red Dead 2. But if it had Red Dead 2, that'd be another great game to see on there.
Yeah, Red Dead would be cool.
Hell yeah.
So, stepping back a moment, when you said like you were getting stuff from a store that was closing, kind of reminded me of a story of a friend of mine had. A friend of mine's parents were friends with the manager of a GameStop where he grew up, and when they had the original Halo like promotional material, they like took it down. They offered it. They like, hey, Riley, do you want this Halo poster
It's
thing?
badass.
And he's like, yeah, and he took it, and then he had it on his wall for a little bit, and then he stuck it in his closet, and then one day I was over, and he went to grab something from his closet, and I saw it up there. I'm like, hey, what's that? And he's like, oh, this, and he was like, yeah, this is a Halo, and he told Halo poster, and he like showed it to me, and he was like, you want it? So I have it on my wall now. Piece
That's
of
bad. Are we
promotional
able to see it?
material
Are you able
from
to move the camera?
yeah.
I've
let
seen
me-
it. You could used to be able to see it in this old setup. And it's cool as fuck. I'll be honest. Halo was one of the coolest games growing up, especially for me.
I have kind of a funny story about it. But
Really see. Is it there?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can't tell
I
if it's
have-
focused or not.
It's fine. We got the idea.
I have kind of a funny story. Similar, well, not similar to that, but I work bike races in the summer back when I was in college, and then afterwards, because I race bikes in
Forehead
college. Didn't right there.
Super out of focus. Forehead kid.
And there's a big bike race in Milwaukee on Downer Avenue that's sponsored by a local team. And they made these like really nice vinyl like map printouts that they put, like there's like 4 of them. And they put them in special spots. And I helped with takedown. And, and they were still there. So I'm like, hell yeah, this is sick as shit. I take it. Right? 2 years later, there's a guy that was on the team that sponsored it, comes over to my place, and he sees it, and he's like, how did you get this? And I'm like, yeah, I just took it. And he's like, the owner of the team was really pissed. He's like, they spent a lot of money on this, and they usually keep them.
It's mine now,
And it's just sitting
motherfucker.
in my living room.
Yoink!
Yeah. I literally cut the zip ties and put it in the back of the truck. And then I was just like, yeah, this is probably expensive, but what are they going to do with it? And I guess they wanted them.
They're not gonna want
And he
to eat
literally said
shit.
the owner, it's a girl, husband and wife, and the wife was like legitimately mad they didn't recover one of them. Like she was like pissed.
They're out there like, we need to find this motherfucker.
Yeah, well, they didn't know what happened, and it's like, well, why didn't you guys? Well, whatever. I don't.
Yeah, right.
I didn't give it back.
Obviously, I would have kept it.
Yeah, it's like I already did the crime, so.
Yeah, I mean, I already have it, so I might
Right,
as well
right.
get to keep it, you
If I'm
know?
going to hell, at least I get to keep it while I'm not. Hell,
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. Dude, let's go stealing.
Yeah, well, it was free for all. I thought it was free for all.
Yeah, I get
If
that.
no one
Hell
took
yeah,
it,
I
it's
love
gonna get
free
thrown
for
away.
all.
That's what I thought in my head. It was here at 11 o'clock at night. It's going to be cut down by the city and thrown
That's
away.
true. I would have assumed the same thing.
It's like, And then afterwards they said it, and it's like, well, why would they want a 2-year-old poster kind of thing? So
Yeah, right.
Hey, hold on. I got a question to ask because I wasn't focused when you started the conversation. What was it
yeah.
that you grabbed?
Oh, so okay, so it's like a I'm not sure if vinyl is the right word, but I used to work for like help out with a lot of bike races, like the setup and takedown.
Oh,
And
okay.
one of the biggest races in Wisconsin, so bike racing is like NASCAR kind of, it's like a loop.
Yeah.
And they have all these like stands and shit and like where you get food. So there was like a map on like a vinyl. It was like I think it's like 3.5 feet by 2 feet. I don't know.
Okay.
But
So
it pretty
a
much has the
map
course and it
of
has
the
all
area.
the shit around it. It's like Downer, Milwaukee. It has like all the
Yeah.
restaurants and shit. It's really cool
Ah, yeah, that's
because
really cool.
I live by Milwaukee, and I just cut it down and put it in the back of the truck.
Oh, hell
Literally, when no one was
yeah.
looking, people were grabbing the fence, and I'm just like, looked both ways,
Yep.
clip, and then tossed it in the back.
Hell yeah. It's actually dope as hell.
That's so fucking funny. Dude, actually, can, I want to be perfectly honest. Adam here, this is a hot little fact. He's a big fan of biking. That's where the term oil comes from, otherwise
Yeah,
known as
that's right.
OYL.
That's right.
Uh,
So,
Was
yeah,
it-
I can elaborate a little bit. So, when I hopped in the Smash scene, I think it was 2015 or 2014. I made my tag Isolder or Isolder One, which is named after I guess, the guy who defeats Sauron at the beginning of Lord of the Rings. But
mhm.
it's also a DGen Swedish poker pro, which I thought he was dope as fuck. That's his tag,
That's
Isolder
good.
One. And it was super stupid because it's like everyone's gonna look at me if they know who that is. They're like, okay, why are you taking someone else's tag, kind of thing. It's kind of weird. And so, like in 2018, I decided I was gonna stop playing Smash as much and focus on cycling because I'm like, this is a kid's game. I haven't gotten better in 3 years.
Yeah,
Like,
cycling's for men.
yeah, right. Well, I mean, it's
Hell
healthy, all that stuff. And the thing
Yeah.
with cycling too is like if you just practice a lot, you're going to be really good because you're just in really good shape. Versus Smash, you need to understand the
Oh
game.
shit.
You need to dissect your opponent, all that stuff. And some people just don't have it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what it is. So I changed my tag to OYL, which stands for on your left, like I'm passing you. And then everyone just made fun of me, and they just kept saying, "Let's go, oil."
Let's
Yeah,
go,
Oil.
oil.
I
That's
remember
actually
his
one of
first.
Zach's emotes.
I remember one of
And
his.
Meerkat,
Oh yeah.
Meerkat says, because I got second at a whitewater tournament with a player that he lost to, and he's like, "Who's oil?"
Who's the oil?
So, anyways, everyone just kept saying whenever I go to tournaments. So I did that for one tournament, and then I went back to Isildur One, and everyone would just, when I'm sitting at a setup playing tournament sets, fucking Mando would walk by and just go, "Let's go, oil."
Yeah. It was my favorite thing. Like every tournament he would go to. It wasn't much because he didn't travel to many in-state tourneys.
Fuck.
But anytime he's fucking playing, let's go, oil. He fucking changed his
We-
tag and
And the
shit.
thing is, the opponent doesn't know what the fuck they're saying, and it's not related to them because they don't know who oil is.
Yeah, true.
But I get distracted by it because I'm like, who's saying this shit?
The fuck is this oil guy?
So my Smash.
We actually
tag
have a
still
sound
is,
clip of Zach saying, "Let's go, oil."
Let's go, oil. That's his bits notification.
Mhm. It is.
Yeah. There was something I was gonna say. Shit, I forgot it. But yeah, anyways, what I'm trying to say is that's not even my Smash tag now. It's still Isildur. I mean, I bought a Smash GG hoodie that says Isildur, so I can't do the oil. Like,
That's true.
that's a $60 sunk cost.
Like a nickname.
That's like how
Yeah,
Keith
right.
his tag now because I'm getting it tattooed on my arm in 2 fucking weeks.
In Syndic.
Mhm.
not oil. I
Oh
would
yeah.
love if you got oil. If you
OYL,
want to get oil, you can, dude.
dude, maybe I'll get Incendic Hearts oil or some shit.
Yeah,
Just some real fucking shit.
you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want.
E Heart O.
No, I gotta get the tag because I gotta get the N64 logo
Yeah,
in there.
that is a
Oh,
good
yeah,
idea,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I've actually been thinking about getting a tattoo
Nice, dude. Yeah.
Like- in the future.
Nice.
What are you
Wait, hold
What are
on.
you thinking about doing? Or nothing particular?
He's distracted by shit. Look.
Life started
Anyway.
barking.
No.
So like the thing that I was thinking, I have the picture saved on one of my devices. It's like almost like if you were to take your arm and like follow, like trace the veins, but also it's like circuits almost, like
Oh,
that sort of
cool,
design, but it also has like the like PlayStation logo on, like the X Y, or not X Y.
Yeah.
X
I know what you're talking
square
about, the
triangle
fucking-
circle,
yeah.
or like something else like that.
That's cool.
That sort of design, something like that.
Yeah.
I really like the circuit vein thing.
Would
I
you
wanna-
do it black and white?
I think so. Like I
Or I guess
would have to
black,
look at the
not
reference
black and white.
image.
I got color on
see.
mine.
Really?
On the one tattoo I have right now, yeah.
I didn't know
And
there was
it's
color on it.
yeah, it's red on the ship and shit, and yellow on
Oh,
the shuttle. Funny
that's
enough.
cool.
And I do want to get this next one I'm doing colored as well, because the N64 logo would look dumb.
Right.
It
Well,
was.
you're just doing the N as color,
Yeah.
right?
hmm
Okay.
It'll be
That's
dope. It will be dope. And Syndic better
I
never
think-
change his fucking tag.
He was going to.
I know. OJ.
Yeah, dumb.
What a fucking joke.
What a
OJ.
bad tag, dude. That's almost worse than oil.
Dude, if he would have ever entered a
Or
tournament
no.
with OJ, I would never fucking stop calling him.
There was a guy with the tag in Wisconsin, free OJ.
Oh yeah, I remember Free OJ was the best player.
Wait, no, it was
Also,
like- Wazzed.
what was the fucking other? Didn't he have a brother or some shit
Uncle
that also?
Onion.
Oh yeah, Uncle Onion. Oh, do you remember the
Yeah.
Blazing Brock?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
420 blunt smoking anus destroyer.
Yeah, otherwise known as
What?
DSAT. That's okay. So in case you guys don't know, in the 60 community, there's some pretty creative tags, like 420 blunt smoking anus destroyer.
I like Super Book.
What a
Fan.
tag.
Oh yeah, super book fan.
Super
Here's
book
the
fan.
best player in 64 in the world. Is tag is like it's an old school tag, so each letter
Yeah.
is lowercase or uppercase, and it's
Mm.
Super Boom Fan. And we went to this tournament in Madison, and it was like hosted at this person's house, and like the guy who was the worst player in the house, who clearly didn't play until like these
Yeah.
people moved in with him, was playing, and his tag was Super Book Fan. And I'm like, who the fuck is Super Book Fan? And he was just smoking so much weed the entire time.
Wait,
Hell
was that the
yeah.
event hosted by a NoobTube?
No, well, I think YouTube lived there, but it was who was the Donkey Kong player? Junkyard.
Oh, was it one of the? Were me and Key there? Or was that when we were playing it all?
Yeah, everyone was there. Mando.
Okay,
Coco.
I don't remember that dude at all. But
I
it's not.
remember. So at that tournament, I went on like this huge drinking bender on like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I wake up and I had no money. My buddy's like, I'll pay you $20 to take 2 shots and shotgun 2 beers, and I'm like, absolutely. And I just messaged Toko. I think I teamed with Toko. I said, I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna be drunk for teams. And I was not doing well, dude. That's 4 straight days.
Yeah, that's
Holy shit. I don't care who you are.
actually. I got a funny story about drinking and playing Smash. At the last Smash and Splash, the last major that was held. Well, it wasn't the last major, but the last Smash and Splash that was held. I had gotten really fucked up before my melee pool. Like, I had a 9 a.m. ultimate pool. That shit went till like 1 o'clock. Which fucked. I was up at fucking like 7 a.m. hungover from the last day.
it was
I had to go
because you
fucking
just
into
camped
a
a lot
sweaty
with Buck.
venue. Yeah. I was literally like 8 a.m. I walk into the venue, already just reeks of gamer. I'm like, starting off the morning
Reeks of gamer. Hell yeah.
like starting off the morning right. So that shit gets done, and then like I have a couple out. I did my melee pool wasn't until like 8 o'clock at night, and I knew that shit was already gonna be delayed. Yeah, I had a fucking 9 a.m. melee pool, and then like an 8 fucking p.m. melee pool.
64?
No, melee.
Wait. You're saying doubles and singles then?
Yeah.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So
that makes sense.
I had that, and so I just had like the entire day free or whatever. And so I meet up with some of the 64 dudes, like some of the indie dudes. I go to their room. We're just hitting dab after fucking dab, just
Yeah,
getting lit.
dude, they're insane. Those
And
guys
then-
are insane.
I love those guys. That's why I always hang out with them. Like I can go with them. It's fun.
Freaking beef. I mean, those guys don't look like. The only one who does is the dude with the big glasses.
Pale.
Pale.
Yeah.
Pale looks like a huge smoker. Those other guys don't.
Yeah.
The guy with the big glasses.
He looks like who's the dude with the big glasses in the Sandlot?
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He
Yeah.
looks just like him. The funny thing about Pale is my roommate. So I hosted this Midwestern regional.
I was there.
Yes, Zach was there.
Gosh.
Everyone shows up from all over. I thought no one was gonna come.
Yeah.
And my roommate, who doesn't play Smash, just walks into the living room and does like a pass by Snapchat video, and he zooms in on Pale, thinking it's me. He thought it was me until like a year later he shared it with me on the on like Snapchat. They do the year review.
Yeah.
And he's like, you enjoy those games or something? I'm like, that's not me. I'm not there.
I am not in that video.
I'm not. And it was
Oh. Something I think is going to be pretty dope once we get back to recording is all of the good equipment that we have now. Like I got
True.
a really nice camera with a tripod. I got a gimbal, and the cameras are
Ooh.
better than they've ever been.
Yeah, well,
The
on
gimbal is
phones.
going to be good for your Pound Town stream.
dude, the gimbal's also
Yeah.
gonna be good for our high school videos.
Yeah.
What,
Okay.
a
So
gimbal
Zach,
is a
here's the
level,
play.
right?
Zach, here's the play for the Pound Town. So you get to stream using the gimbal, but I have the DSLR camera following in sort of like a handheld camera mode.
Well, you
Mhm.
guys are going to be on a bike, right?
Yeah. Or I can get the
You
bike
guys
mount for the
you guys
DSLR
should
camera.
rent a tandem bicycle.
That'd be so fucked.
We had to fucking
How would
ride
we
it.
how would we
And
transport
don't put
that?
lights on it too, so when you're drunk,
Flash.
just riding around at like 8 o'clock at night, you get pulled over by the cops.
That's good.
It's like you really need lights on the bicycle. What are you doing here? You're like, we got an Airbnb room over there. And
Yeah,
it's like, oh, I know the one.
yeah. He's like, oh, that
I know
one?
the
Alright.
one.
Yeah, be safe. I don't like the woman who owns it.
Dude, I like the idea of a tandem bike, but the problem with that, we have no idea or no way to fucking get that shit to fucking Pound Town.
Do one of you guys
Yeah.
drive an SUV?
No.
Nope.
Oh,
Tanner has
I
the
have-
biggest car. He has the
I
fucking
have okay, so I have a Ford Focus,
same.
not the
Yeah, it's
hatchback,
not
the
gonna
sedan
fit.
version. Zach has a Ford Fusion, and Tanner has a Subaru. What is it?
Outback.
Outback. So
Subaru
that's the
Outback.
biggest one.
an Outback or a Forester?
Okay. I
Outback.
think
That
it's the
would fit though. If you
The
took,
Outback.
well, maybe you would have to take the wheels off, but
Yeah. Yeah. That
Strap it to the
I
roof.
mean, the other part is you need to know someone who has a tandem bike.
I was gonna say we're gonna have to find the tandem bike.
I love that
We
in Beer
buy
Fest
one.
they have like a 6-seat bike.
A
We have to get.
6-seat bike.
We used to
What the
fucking
fuck?
roll around in my hometown. One of my friends had a 3-seater because it was his mom, his dad, and him.
Oh
And
hell
we
yeah!
That
were
sounds like
riding
it'd be
around.
so hard to ride.
We were riding around without lights, and a cop pulled us over, and he was like just making sure we weren't wasted. And and
we
we're
were.
like we didn't have lights on, so that's why he pulled us over. But he's just making sure like we weren't going to get hit by a car. But it was super funny because you could tell he's like 3 20-year-olds just fucking dinking around.
The shit you do in small towns.
True, dude. That's some true
in the
ass
Midwest. That's some
Yeah,
Midwest
right.
shit.
I fucking love that shit, man.
There was actually a time. This is actually a really neat story. So in my hometown,
Also, real quick,
yeah,
you agreed to do some biking streams with me at some point, right?
I would love to bike around.
Yo, we gotta get oil down here.
No, no,
do
not
it.
cycling. We're gonna get BMX bike and do hot
Fuck
trips
no.
all
I'm
over.
down then. I'm down too.
No, I've only
hit the
ever
pump
ridden a
track.
mountain bike.
I
Adam-
would be down to join you guys.
Yeah.
One thing before you start your next thing. So my neighbor came down. I told him I was gonna do some drinking blackjack with him. Are we cool? Well, can I hop out of the podcast in 10 minutes?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we can actually end it in 10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
we got-
Okay. So
Um,
sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
You're
Yeah,
good.
you're good. What was I saying?
Oh yeah. Just about some shit.
BMX bikes.
No, mountain bikes. I've only ever ridden mountain bikes.
Okay.
But there was something else I was gonna mention.
Mhm.
Well, I have
forgot.
three.
Oh
I
yeah,
have 3
no.
road bikes, by the way.
So in my hometown, there was a point where it was just so boring of a day that the one cop on patrol was just cruising around, and I fly by on a bike, and I get pulled over because I'm going too fast on a bicycle.
Did you have your license at the time?
No, I was like 14.
Dude, they tried to get me with that shit too. I ran a stop sign and I was 16. And he thought I was lying to him about my license because he was going to give me a traffic violation.
Bro, what the fuck?
Dude,
And I'm like, I
cops in
promise you I
small
don't have my
towns are
license,
just
but
so bored.
I know how stop signs work, so it's like I should get the ticket.
Oh
What
my
is
God.
stop sign?
Also,
Yeah, right.
Adam, hook me up with one of those bikes. Pay you for it.
Well, I actually sold the one that would fit you for like really cheap. I sold it for $120.
That's fine.
I actually want to
me
go
some-
and find like a
Give me
really
some
nice bike.
suggestions, and I'll buy one.
What's that?
Give me some suggestions and shit on what to buy.
Oh yeah, I can help
I'll
you
buy
out. We're really lucky because we live in Wisconsin, where Trek is headquartered and founded.
True.
So there's a lot of old road bikes from the '90s that are Trek bikes that you can get for between $100 to $200 that are like
I was gonna say that's.
good.
I think that's what my bike was at my dad's before I stopped going down there every weekend, and
Yeah.
it was a fucking nice bike.
They just last, dude. It's like literally as long as you don't leave it out.
It's
in
like
the
a
rain.
steel frame and shit.
Yeah.
Dope.
It'll be fine forever.
I actually at my college have 2 different professors that love cycling. Like they'll bike.
They love oil too.
They'll bike from my town, which for oil, I'm next to Zach, and
Yeah.
they would ride from me to Madison and back.
Oh no shit!
in
You
a day.
guys are
Mm-hmm. Yep.
okay. So that's like 30 miles, I think, round trip. Well, 30 miles one way.
Jesus Christ.
More?
I don't know. That's
I mean, I
probably-
think there's like a path Like a
Yeah,
bike
there-
path that you can take.
Adam, have you ever done that?
I've done so I rode down from the longest ride I did was 120 in a day.
Jesus Christ.
And then we did a fucking beer run ride where we just stopped at a bunch of bars and we did 110 miles in one day. I was fucked up by the end, dude, and miserable. I was
Yeah.
so miserable.
That doesn't sound fun at all.
It was fun when we were at the bars, but
Yeah.
and it was fun right when we got back on the bikes, but like 5 miles to the next spot, I'm just like, fuck. And I'm
Shit.
dehydrated and it's
Yep.
hot and I'm sunburned
Yeah.
and I'm out of like the food that I brought with me and shit.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
that was another thing about the Trek bike is it was one of them that had like a spot for a water bottle as well, like a really nice water bottle.
Oh, it's a game changer.
Dude, I really just want to fucking do some cycling because there's an anime that I really like
Yeah, it's good.
about it. It is really good. And I own the fucking outfit for it. So like I have like the whole shit ready to fucking
Really?
like it. Yeah.
Shut the
He's
fuck
gonna
up.
cosplay
No.
biking.
Did you really get it?
Yeah, I
How
bought
much,
the
how much was it?
dude, I'm not gonna I spent a lot.
You
Because
gonna
I wanted-
flex?
I wanted some
That's
good
dope.
shit.
I wanted to go as Moomin Rider this Halloween.
Dude, hell yeah.
All right,
You can buy
so
his cosplay.
funny story
Nice.
about that anime.
Moomin
Zach,
Rider.
I went over one time and Zach like watched an episode on whatever season he was, whatever episode he was, and I have absolutely no fucking clue what the hell is going on. There's just a bunch of people
Yeah, I
biking all
assume
over
it's
the
in Japanese
place.
too.
Yep.
I know it wasn't an episode, it was one scene from the movie where they sing the fucking anime theme song. Love Hime, and it's them bonding together. It's the cutest fucking thing ever. Like it's everybody on the team sing. It's fucking great. I love that scene.
Is it not funny watching like anime with someone who does not watch anime at all?
Mhm.
No,
And they're just
so
like,
I've
what?
watched a few different animes,
Okay.
but
Okay. So you're
nothing that extreme.
okay.
Like I've watched.
So that
like,
what
I've watched,
he was watching was kind of weird with no context. It was weird,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Oh, and then
with
also
no
the
context.
the scene ended by a dude talking to his left and right pecs. Because that's a trait that one of the main characters in that anime
That's
has.
the sprinter, right?
Yeah.
I assume? Yeah.
Well, it's not it's the dude on the other rival team.
Oh,
And his-
okay.
his
I'm
na-
not that far. I only
his-
watched half of the first season.
I think his left one's named like Frank. I don't remember what his right one is.
Yeah.
He like has names for him and shit. It's wild. That shit's fucking wild. I love it.
Yeah, you told me your favorite character is the
The
spider.
green
legs
haired,
thing, right?
yeah, the spider boy.
Yeah, he's cool.
He is cool as fuck. That's why I liked him. You
Yeah.
learn more about him later, and it kind of gets sad, and that's why I
Yeah, well,
related
a lot
more.
of people get into cycling because it's a lonely sport, bro. Like,
Yeah, true.
if you're riding your
Yeah.
bike 30 hours a week, like, you got something going on, and that's how you get good at the sport. So it's like kind of fucked up.
And it's also
True.
healthy for you. You're exercising.
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure.
I also
Uh,
like the. Oh yeah, go on.
Go ahead.
The main
Oh.
character was just a big weeb, and the reason he got good at biking was because he would bike to fucking Tokyo to go pick up new manga. and
Yeah,
shit.
the new volume.
Hell
And
yeah.
they called it a mommy bike, but it's like a fucking banana bike with a basket on it, like 45 miles each way, so 90 miles.
Yeah.
And everyone's like,
Jeez.
when he goes to this new school, they're like, "You don't do that."
Yeah.
It's this guy who's like been basically training for like 6 years, and he's like still way better than that guy, but he's
Yeah.
blown away by like how, it's just like
His nastiest cadences and shit. Yeah.
yeah, right, because his gearing's weird.
Mm-hmm. I highly recommend everybody
Yeah, it's
because it's really.
Yawamushi pedal. I
Yeah,
think
it's
is
really
how
Yeah. Really
It's cool.
fucking good. And
It's
it's very long. So
I
All right,
tried.
I got-
yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
on.
Yep, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say I tried to buy. I went down to a Japanese mart in Arlington Heights, and I was just looking for that manga, and all of them were fucking gone until the 7th book. They're big books. Fucking Illinois people love cycling, dude. And there's a bunch of fucking weebs, and they bought all of the 1 through 6, dude. Oh, I was not pleased. But continue.
Just buy
sorry.
it all up.
Yes.
I was gonna actually switch topics. One last thing I'd like to
bro.
mention. I've mentioned earlier episodes of the podcast how I support right to repair, and Motorola, they just announced they support right to repair, so you can get OEM quality parts and instructions from ifixit.com.
Hell yeah,
And I
dude.
think
That's
that's dope as hell.
Well, there's legislation's changing on it too, right? Is my
Yeah,
understanding.
like there was a one of the states, I want to say around Vermont, like one of those areas of that, like those clump of
Yeah.
states, one of them,
Yeah.
passed one
Northeast.
that, well, I'm way off then. I'm thinking
Okay, just
I'm
go on.
terrible at geography, like Arkansas area.
Oh,
South.
Jesus
South.
Christ. Yeah, that's fucking completely different.
See, I don't know my geography at all.
Uh,
So, where the automotive industry has to give the logs that dealerships get on vehicles for like error reporting have to also be accessible by the owner of the vehicle and independent repair shops that work on the vehicle.
hell
So it's starting to go for vehicle. Actually on that, it was ridiculous the arguments against it. Like they ran a commercial that argued that if other people have access to those logs, they'll somehow get the like code for your garage door and then come in and rape
And
/ kill you.
yeah. Oh my god, bruh.
No joke. That was an actual commercial that aired during this campaign.
Well, if it's in the Arkansas area, it would make sense because I feel like it's going to be a more conservative area, right? People
True.
are worried about like just getting straight up, well, I guess broken into and just murdered.
Yeah.
That's super wonky.
Yeah.
Look, I just think people should have the right to fix shit that they own.
Yeah.
Without having to fucking go.
The ability to get the products, like
Yeah.
it's
So
like,
here's
why do
the
I
thing.
have to buy a third-party screen to fix my iPhone?
No,
Yeah,
actually.
so I have a OnePlus phone. I bought it for $800 plus tax. I own this phone. Why can I not get parts for it if, say, the battery goes bad? Why can't I try to replace it myself?
Mm-hmm.
And the iPhones are the worst case yet with the
Especially
iPhone 12s.
the newest one.
So, starting with the iPhone 10, when we replaced the screens, and I know because I was there when the iPhone 10 came out. I was a repair technician for an independent repair shop, Radio Shack. And when the iPhone came out, it was really expensive to get the hands on the screen. That's normal. Later on, time goes by, the price comes down. We can actually start affording to bring in the screen and have people want it replaced for like $150, that area. But every time you replace a screen, it would pop up on the screen a message saying, hey, this is not a genuine Apple screen. We've updated our databases to let Apple know that you have a non-genuine Apple screen on there. And it would pop up anytime the phone restarts, as well as periodically it just pops up one of those like notification, like, the little tick that says 1 on the settings app. And it won't go away until you click through and then actually open up Apple's terms of service and then in Safari. Then it goes away.
Jesus Christ.
But with the iPhone 12, if you replace certain parts, it'll actually disable functionality of parts of the phone altogether. So
Yep.
if you replace the rear camera, it will not work unless it's replaced by Apple
Wow,
because they have it software locked.
that's crazy. It's
Mhm.
It's the same thing with the battery. If you stick a third party battery in, it will not tell you the percentage that the battery is at. And in some cases, some people reporting that it wouldn't let you charge the phone.
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes they do that with third-party accessories for the lightning cables. I
Yep,
mean,
yep. You have to pay royalties for the Lightning because Apple has it patent. That's
yeah,
why Apple got rid of all of their ports on the phone. Same thing with
yeah.
Samsung, other than theirs was a little different. So Apple
Well,
got rid of the headphone jack.
they use a C USB, right? Or
Yep,
they used
I
to?
was going to get to that in a second. So
Okay.
Apple started using the Lightning at the iPhone 5S or 5
Yep.
5C, and then or just 5 in general, and then with the iPhone 7 they got rid of the headphone jack because any device that has that Lightning end, they have to pay royalties to Apple. Otherwise, there's basically a little NFC chip in the end of the charger that registers a brand. So say Anchor has a chip and it's registered with Apple. Any Anchor cable you plug in will be fine. Say or Anchor didn't redeem their contract with Apple the next year, it can disable all of the Anchor cables that you bought
Fuck.
in with a
That's
software
fucked.
update.
I didn't know that, dude. That's so
That's
fucked.
why
So
it's
happy.
why there's no third party Lightning to HDMI adapters. They're
Yeah.
$60 and they're the only ones that will work for longer than a week.
Yeah. Well, they used to before they made, I think, like I'm not sure if it was Roadrunner, but I don't think it was Lightning Cable. There's a company that made it for the Mac computers, but I haven't seen it
Oh, are you
used.
talking about like the Thunderbolt connection?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. At least I think
Yeah,
so.
that one was a little different. But anyway, so and then they got rid of the headphone jack, and also at the same time released their pair of Bluetooth earbuds. So it encourages you to get the official Apple Bluetooth headphones because they're compatible with your phone, or you get a dongle, or someone gets a pair of headphones that have a lightning end where Apple gets royalties from it.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Samsung's was slightly different though because they have a USB-C on it, which is more available, and
Mhm.
so theirs was just to promote their Bluetooth earbuds.
Oh yeah.
Well, I thought they had USB C and then they switched to a proprietary, but I don't own a
No,
Samsung phone, so I don't know.
no, they're still on USB-C.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know of any that switched to proprietary again.
Fuck me.
The
Yeah,
the Google phone, I assume, is USB C too.
yep. All of the Android phones are USB-C,
Okay.
or unless if they're like the cheaper ones. That now right now they're micro USB.
Huawei phones. So nice.
Way,
That's the
dude.
fucking brand right there.
They
Yeah, right.
actually are a. Or
Huawei.
is it Xiaomi? I can't remember. One of them was like the biggest one that's in China, like in the Asia countries.
Yeah, I think it's India, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like India and China.
Yeah,
Actually
Huawei, I
has
think.
leading edge tech. Like they just came out with a wireless charger that will charge your phone if you're in the room.
What the? Why can't we get this technology past that shit
Proprietary,
over?
proprietary. They don't have lightning wireless cables.
I don't give a fuck.
So we have to
I
wait
fucking
because
sell my soul to
because
China.
they're a ban because there's a ban.
Yeah.
You can't get that over here until probably like next year when Samsung releases the tech.
Yeah, and then Apple will do it 3 years from now. They'll
Yeah.
say it's cutting edge.
More like
Apple.
4.
Apple will steal the idea. Be like,
I
this is
own an
revolutionary.
Apple phone, but
Yeah.
They'll put it in some like intricate big white box.
I loved like when Samsung did a commercial and they said it was like all the people lining up for the iPhone, and there's these two guys talking to each other, and they're like, the headphone jack is on the bottom. And that was like the new update for the phone is they put the headphone jack on the bottom of the phone.
Woo!
Revolutionary. And then they took it away.
It is way nicer
Yeah.
than the
that is
top
true.
because
Yeah.
True.
but
Do you
Well,
guys ever
actually, that
have
sort of depends on
that?
how you do it. Because, like, if you have your phone, like, sitting on a stand, it's nicer to have it on
Yeah.
the top.
that's true.
Okay,
That's true.
but who the
Like,
fuck
if you're-
is something from a stand when you
I
have your
did
head?
that. The Motorola Moto X that I had
What?
for a while, I used it to run my music while I was playing games because my computer was so fucking weak at that point in time that it couldn't run music and CS:GO at the same time.
Yeah, and the thing is, you can't put it upside down; it won't orientate the other way.
Mhm.
Orient.
Back then it wouldn't. Back then it
Orient.
wouldn't.
I don't. I
Yeah.
still don't. think it
Now
does
they do.
If you do upside down,
I think so.
My phone
I mean,
doesn't.
Let me
Mine
check
does
real
not. I
quick.
just tried it with my iPhone.
I know for a fact mine doesn't. Because I fucking whip this bitch upside down a lot.
All right, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta
Yeah,
buzz.
let's wrap this.
All
What else
right.
do you want
on me.
to put this to?
Yeah. So leave a review on Apple Podcast. There's tolls and shit down below. Episode 12, 10 likes for our high school videos, 15 for Zach's cringe videos. Episode 50, we get to 50 likes for our podcast. We'll live stream it instead of recording it. Or
Also,
Smash
while
that
recording it.
subscribe button,
True.
gamers.
Hell
Rate us
yeah.
5 stars on Apple Podcast. We'll read them out. All right, that's all I have to say.
Yeah,
All right.
deuces.
Thank you guys for having me. It was
Shut the fuck up.